All right, my lovely people, this is Zarley Marley, and today we're talking about music business and we're talking about how music affects our daily lives. And we're going into the music where we're talking to a beat producer, a fitness trainer, and the man that puts the lyrics on the beat. Now, the question is, where does our music go? How does it affect our lives? So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves and then we can get talking. So from now, sir, what's your name again and where you from? How you doing first?
I'm doing pretty good, man. My name is Demore Marston, for those who don't know me. My business is Jamrock Fitness on Instagram, Jamrock Fitness. And I was born and raised in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Moved here when I was 17 years old, and I've been here in Columbus, Ohio ever since, man.
Great.
Word.
Yeah, Ken down there, how you doing?
Man, I'm chilling, brother, man. I'm smooth.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, sir?
Yeah, I'm King Thunda, man, from Columbus, Ohio, Old Town East, which ain't too far from here. I've been rapping since I was about 12. Did a lot of things, opened up for a lot of people. I guess you can name a couple: Don Tripp, Corrupt, Davies, Ace Hood, Yo Gotti, shit like that. So I've been around for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But the industry is a good thing we talking about this because it's a good reason why I ain't took it to that level.
Right.
Yeah, word.
Okay, so we have Isodope.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is Isodope Beats. I'm a producer. Been producing for over a decade now. Certified audio engineer too. So I run my own studio on the east side of Columbus, Ohio.
Right.
Where I'm from, I like to tell everybody that I'm from everywhere because my dad was in the Navy. So I've moved around my entire life. But I've been in Columbus for 8 years. Absolutely love it here, man. Meet some great people, some great artists, a lot of great community members here, and I'm excited to talk about music, man, because it's a convoluted process of how not only how it gets made, but the business side of things too. And a lot of people just like to hit play and assume that's how music comes to them, but there's just a lot of things in between that we can shine a light on.
Right. Since you just spoke, I'm gonna ask you because I'm starting with a producer because that's where the whole cooking starts.
Sure.
You start with the beat and then you give it out to an artist, and then if they vibe with it, they can give us a song. So what is your creative process when it comes to creating a beat?
Man, for me, every producer is going to be different in what inspires us, but I can only speak for myself. Just different sounds. Like it could be anything. I can pull up a piano and be inspired by a single note that gets hit, and that'll generate a whole thing. I can base a chord progression off of that. Sometimes I'll hear a weird sound out in nature. Like I'll give you an example. My wife and I vacationed to Belize for our honeymoon, and there was a whole bunch of caves in Belize, and I didn't know that, but the cave guide took us around, and he was like, "Hey, hit this. I don't know if it's a stalagmite or stalactite. It's just one of those columns, in a cave, and you hit it, and it's hollow, and it has this like resonance to it, and it has a tune." So I was like, "Oh, cool. Let me like make a beat out of that." There's just it could be a bird chirping, just anything, but there's a certain term called a virtual synthesizer that I pull up. So typically, it's like this program that has a whole plethora of sounds. Like literally thousands of sounds, and you just go and pick out different things. It could be a bell or a guitar, but I just find a sound, and then I was like, okay, that's cool. Let me just rock with that and build it off of that, and the song gets kind of made from there.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Now, since he just talked about that, let's say he just did the synthesizing and it's cooked. Ken Thunda, you're a music artist, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your creative process also lyrically when it comes to music?
I guess the best part of it is I used to make my own beats before as I start rapping. So I was doing both when I first started.
Dangerous, man.
And so then I got into the point where I only rapped because I didn't have the equipment to make my sound quality to what I wanted it to be. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just buy somebody already got it together, and I'm gonna just put these lyrics on it. But yeah, starting off as a producer, like he said, it was like you get an idea from anything. You know what I'm saying? And something that clicked, being a lyricist, something catch me. So, like, I don't know if y'all ever heard people talk about, like, Lil Wayne's process of writing and Jay-Z's process of writing. I don't do it without typing it in or nothing like that. But when it comes down to, like, a beat, as soon as I hear a melody, it's like certain stuff strike and hit you. You know what I'm saying? It's like as soon as it hits you, I'm one of them people that take off immediately. So like in the studio when we playing stuff live, you got people that might take hours to write a verse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them people that'll probably take 5-10 minutes.
Right.
Because, like, I write as if I'm writing a letter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because everything is just like,
I mean,
your equilibrium just go crazy when something fits you.
It's poetry anyways.
Yeah.
You know, creating music is poetry, especially you being the lyricist on the beat.
Word,
you
word.
know, that's poetry right there. So what you put out is supposed to either be rhyming, or it has to have meaning to it. And that's how people connect to your music, you know.
That's
so
real.
talking about that, now we go to Demore. Demore, like, how important is music in the gym?
Man, music is huge, man. It's huge because you think about like energy, right? You know, you were just talking about inspiration, just getting inspiration from anything. Like as soon as it's hard enough already. People have a hard time going to the gym, working out. You got to find different ways to motivate yourself. That's the first thing. I always tell people the hardest part is actually getting there.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So you get into the gym now and you're like, all right, well, I got to get started. My body's about to start aching, da-da-da-da. Everybody might not think like that, but the general folk be like, man, this is hard,
real talk.
right? So they get in there. If you playing the music that ain't got no momentum, ain't got no oomph to it, it just gonna bring your energy down.
That's real. That's
But
real.
you need something to bring you up. Like, soon as I go in the gym, I need something like some Young Dolph.
Real
I need
talk, real
some,
talk.
I need some Nipsey if I'm trying to get like a little motivation to
Something
keep me
that can
going,
kick you
something
up.
for
right?
you. I got
Or at
something.
least some dancehall. You know, I'm from Jamaica,
talk,
so
real
I got
talk.
some Vibes
Wagwan.
Cartel.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Wagwan. You gotta listen to
Real
all that
talk.
good stuff. You know,
Right.
Popcorn, some Governor. You know, some Ja Vinci. If you
sir.
want to have some mellow stuff going on with it, but there's different parts of it too, because if you're trying to have like a chill vibe, you're gonna stretch. You know, gonna turn to lo-fi.
Yeah,
Because
right.
you want
Real
to change
talk,
the
real
mood.
talk.
You're going to lo-fi, dim the lights a little bit,
Right.
get your mind going.
Meditation
Yeah,
type.
meditate.
Word
You know
up.
what I'm saying? But the different levels of different music that you want to tap into in the gym. If you want to get on a high, go crazy. Shoot, Kevin Gates, all that. You know, trying to go low. You know what I'm saying? The lo-fi music. And when you're ready to wrap it up, you know, just put on some instrumental.
Yeah, real
you know
talk,
what I'm saying?
real talk, real
and
talk.
just like, and that's pretty much how I really tackle going to the gym. Like, I need a high energy.
That's real.
Right.
That's real.
So-
I got something for the playlist.
Hey!
So this actually shows that we are all connected.
Oh, yeah.
In a way.
That's real.
Facts.
Now, I would say I would be the end user as a listener.
Yeah.
And we are all connected in a way, you know, because let's say I'm going to work or I'm trying to have a drive through the town. It depends on what kind of vibe. If it's a weekend,
Right.
I'm trying to turn up. I
Right,
need to,
yeah.
before I go DJ or something, I need some music to get me
Word.
inspired.
That's real.
So now, what has technology? Let me put it right. How has technology played a role from the past? You know, before we didn't have all that Fruity Loops and stuff like that. I don't know too much about it because you're the beat producer. How has technology changed the way beat is made?
I think the line of thinking you're on right now is already correct. It just made everything accessible. You know,
Right.
before the most important thing about creativity is how quickly can you get something that's in your head onto the medium that you're trying to do and try to perform on, right? So, you know, studios used to cost, you know, tens, 20s, hundreds of thousands of dollars with all the equipment and keyboards and stuff. And now with just a laptop and whatnot, and an idea, you can get a hit song made, or, you know, just something cool that you're like, oh, I just want to try this. Okay, cool.
real.
Let me just put this down really quick. But before it's like, oh man, I got to go to Guitar Center or go
word.
buy something out of this catalog, and I got to wait for it to get shipped to my house. And now the idea's gone and the inspiration's gone. So like, the cost barrier can be deteriorating from a motive perspective, just to create, because, you know, what's in front of you is what you're going to use to build.
Right.
So
Right. So
accessibility is key.
So like I get it. Like I mean, I've heard that you can buy $50 million equipment and you cannot do nothing with it.
That's real.
You get what I'm saying? And
That's
somebody can just use a simple equipment and make some good music.
Yep.
Now, like he ended up on the word inspiration. You already told us a little bit. How do you draw inspiration as an artist?
As an artist, man,
I mean, let me phrase it right. Like, you know, does the studio draw the inspiration? You know, maybe you walk into a studio and it looks like multi-platinum studio. Are you waiting to see like a Jay-Z kind of setup studio just to get your mind on that? Or what makes you like that? If you come to me and I'm recording in a room, and I got all the equipment. Does
Yeah.
that draw inspiration, or you be like, oh, he a whack ass beat maker? You know what I'm saying?
Now, I guess that's all. That's gonna have a different answer for anybody. But my inspiration comes from life, in general, because I am a Gemini like Tupac. So if you listen to my music, the way that it's so diverse and I don't stick to one kind of sound, it's like, and I'm talking about every single aspect of life. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if I'm in that workout mode, the sad mode, the inspire you mode, motivation mode, revolutionary mode. Like, I kick all of the modes out when I'm rapping. You know what I'm saying? And I sing and rap. So that inspiration just come from life experiences, stuff that I done seen, far as how many people that was with me in the beginning that ain't here no more, me getting out of it, me going to jail so many times, but then getting to the point to where my record is completely clean, so with music, a lot of stuff musically is inspired by how you change yourself and how you involve yourself. Because your music could change with that evolution. You know what I'm saying? If you stay in that low vibrating frequency, that's all you ever gonna make is trap this, drugs that, chicks this. Like, that's all you gonna make. So a lot of these people, it ain't about us inspiring them to change them. They gotta want to. It's kind of like a drug addict. You gotta want to quit to quit, or you gonna keep relapsing and doing what you do. You feel me?
All right. So Demore, like he said, you know, I know you have people that you train. People sign up to Jamrock Fitness. I've seen your videos on social media where you were working out with females, you were working out with men, all that stuff. You actually post a lot of stuff. The question I got for you is, like, how do you draw inspiration? Like, let's say you have a class and you have to do maybe some sessions, and you got to use music. Like, what are some of the things you consider when selecting music for a type of a session?
That's a great question, man, because every time I have a new client, before I put on the music, I ask them what kind of music that they like. You know, I ask them what gets you going. You know, 9 times out of 10, when I'm talking to my women clients, they were like, I don't need no slow shit. I'm like, say less. I throw on some Sexy Red or some Lado. Or some Glorilla, it's a rap after that. Like, it's going.
New PR.
Yeah, I guess it works.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as they say no slow shit, I say less. I already know. I already know what to do. You know what I'm saying? But
Cardi B.
Yeah, some Cardi B, all that good stuff. So usually that usually works. Like, for men, it's easier. Like, if a dude walk in and come into the gym, off a rip, I'm about to throw on some Kevin Gates or some Dolph. You know what I'm saying?
Get paid.
Get energy going, get paid, yo. Get
come
paid.
on,
you know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? So, all that stuff, man. Like, the energy really just feeds off of, like you said, the music. You know, once you tap into that, you know, it just gets you going. And once you start, you just keep going. You just keep going. So usually once we get started, get the music on, everybody start feeling good. You start moving around. You start feeling the energy, and you just feed off of that. You know, if I have multiple people training at the same time, they feed off of each other's energy. The music's already jumping, you know, and it's just great because my energy's going to be there 1,000% already. And as far as motivation, I draw motivation for myself every day, man, from everything that's going on around me, things that happen in my life, stuff that I've learned from. You know, one thing I always tell people, I say, look, life and time don't wait on nobody. So if you think that tomorrow's gonna come and I'm gonna do this tomorrow, why wait for tomorrow? You could die today. How you know you're gonna wake up tomorrow? And people don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? My old man passed away from cancer. That was one of my main motivations for really wanting to get into fitness and helping people. Because I played football, you know, semi-pro, rugby, all that, track, ran track. I did all them sports, man. And then after doing that, and then my old man got sick. You know, we all young, and we was like, oh, we can eat whatever, we can do whatever. We're gonna snap back. Watching my old man pass away from cancer, bro, was the toughest shit in the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? And then that shit really hit me, bro, because it got me depressed. That's a real life thing that happened to everybody, you know, in every aspect. You can get depressed because of different things. So I really use fitness to help get me through that. You know what I'm saying? I was at a very bad place in my life where that happened. And I'm like, shit, if I can use this to help me get better, my mind, body, and spirit, and it can pull me out of that shit. Then I use that to correlate to other ways of my life. There's nothing that can fucking stop you once you put your mind to it, bro.
That's real.
And I tell people, I say, you only choose to allow things to happen to you if you let it.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
If you're gonna complain, if there's a problem in your life, what are you gonna do about it? You gonna keep complaining, or you gonna make a plan? Because if you're just gonna keep talking shit, I don't want to hear it, bro.
That's flat.
Right.
That's flat.
Take some action. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
flat.
Everybody's going through some shit.
That's flat.
Right.
That's flat.
You know what I'm saying? So what are you gonna do about it? So usually, if somebody come to me with a problem, like friends, family, I listen to them because everybody wants somebody to listen to, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, now that I hear you out, what's your solution? What's the process? What's the steps you're gonna take to fix that?
That's real.
And you was like, shit, I ain't got none. Then what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it was word.
You know what I'm saying?
Word. I
Now,
want to piggyback on his
yeah,
too.
so that's just kind of where I'm at, bro. Like how that motivation drives me. It comes from different things, and you just gotta keep going, bro. Like you're not gonna be motivated every day, but you gotta stay locked in, stay committed. And if you believe in yourself, nothing else fucking matter, bro.
That's real.
So that with what you just said about the connection between your old man passing and all that stuff that made you go into fitness. Now that's gonna make me ask Thunda a question like, well, when it comes to like music, like lyrically, how do you create an emotional connection with your audience when it comes to lyrics? You know, like let's say somebody actually let me use the word brokenhearted. Somebody want to get money. But then, you know, how do you create that emotional connection? Because I am a type of a person, like let's say if I'm working, all I want to hear on my radio, on my speakers is something that is talking about the bad.
Yeah,
the bad.
And you know what's crazy? I'm going to tell you the realest shit I'm going to ever say. I'm going to piggyback on his first for a second because it's going to tie into like this inspiration. But I went to Belize, Mexico and Honduras before, but when I was in Belize, it was this certain kind of lifestyles that I seen by the time I got back to America, I told myself there ain't nothing to complain about no more. I done been homeless, bro, and still had smile on my face. I had nothing but a car, but I had a car. I still had clothes. I still had the world that was more, I guess you can say, functional than what I seen out on Belize. It was really rough for a lot of people out there, and it was blazing hot at the same time. Our climate is kind of like really nice in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I got back, it was like having next to nothing. I still felt like I had everything, and I can bounce back, and I appreciated where I was at more than before. So like my inspiration and what I do to create songs that connect with people is because I've been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it ain't hard for me to connect with you if I'm being real. What make it hard to connect is when you lying and you on these records talking about a whole bunch of shit you ain't never seen before, you ain't never did, you ain't never saw. So that's what make it hard to connect. You know what I'm saying? Like, this the reason why, okay, Drake blew up, but this the reason why it's starting to become a disconnect with him and his music and personality and why his shit is starting to change. Because now Kendrick really was in that, he might not have been living the lifestyle, but you was around it. You seen it. You lived it. You was from Compton. Like, you ain't have a choice but to see it. So it's like you can speak to people in a way he can't. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the difference between real artists and the fake artists and why I don't. Yeah, you got good music, and I could probably play it and be like, oh, that's a dope song, because music is music. It's universal. You know what I'm saying? But then when it comes down to you talking on something that you really ain't never experienced or lived, you automatically, I can read that shit from a mile away. As soon as, like, somebody on stage, video, anything, like, you get to talking about something that I know you ain't that kind of person, it automatic. Even the way that you post videos about your personal life, like how people do content creation, you can even tell from people's content, like, bro, he don't do that shit for real. You know what I'm saying? And I disconnect from people's music because of that. Fake is fake to me. And maybe that's one of the reasons why the industry ain't got a hold of me, because I had a couple times where I could have been signed. Even one just recently. And a lot of people, I don't even like to blast that because I don't want to even put that information out there. But even being in the industry, getting ready to get signed, you can tell that some people hold back from signing you because they know you ain't one of them people they going to be able to control, manipulate to be negative and talking about a whole bunch of crazy shit because it ain't you. You know what I'm saying? So if I got to get on here and talk about selling drugs, trapping, getting hoes money, and that ain't what I'm living right now, it ain't going to suffice to the people that I'm rapping it to. I'm not going to feel good in my own spirit to even do it passionately. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm going to fall off because it don't fit and a lot of industry people go back into their independent shells because of that. Because you want me to push something that ain't me no more. You know what I'm saying? So, like, so that's where I go with the music, and I connect with people because I'm Trill to the bone. Like, everybody in this city know that the legendary people in the city know that. The young artists in the city, I get praised for being a real one from jump. From when they see me in the streets to when they see me as a family man, as they see me try. I went through my struggles of being homeless. I don't care about putting nothing in my life on display because it's reality.
Right.
I don't care how you feel about it, what you say about me. If I'm a bum today and then I'm the man tomorrow, I don't care what you talking about.
Right.
This is my life. This is how it happened, and it's reality.
Right.
People got ups and downs. Right. So for you to think your ass got to figure it out all life long, like you ain't never dealt with it down before,
some fake
it's
shit.
fake. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I don't feed into like the whole I got this and that and the third.
Right.
Like he said, you can have it all. I done seen women get cancer and then not be able to work no more, and then all them $1 million real estate, you can't keep up with it no more, and then it's all. Then that's when it clicked though. A lot of times that take that to happen for it to click in your head that chasing this money all the time ain't everything, cause you gotta live life. You got to have love around you. You got to have the right frequencies around you on a day-to-day basis, because all that bread you can be. Think about Robert Williams, people that done killed themselves when they was famous.
Right.
Because of depression. You got all the money in the world, no love in the house. You know what I'm saying? No love around you at all. You feel alone. You get, like he said, you get in that place of like self-pity and all of that, and then you just drain yourself. But then when something bad happened to you, you start realizing, damn, all of this stuff that I really need ain't got nothing to do with my finances. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I'm gonna take it as it comes. That's why I don't chase money. If it come, it's gonna come. But that's God given. Like he gonna make sure I'm in a position he want me to be in. If I don't never get it, I know my spirit in a position he wanted it to be in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rich already, no matter how I go.
That's real, bro.
Yeah. So back to you, Isodope Beats now, you know. So like, let's say somebody walk into the studio. Do you have a particular genre of beats you make, or you all round? Like, how does the genre affect your beat making process?
Yeah. I mean, the genre depicts sometimes how you feel too. If it's slow, you're gonna kind of get into your feelings a little bit more. If it's hype, you know, I'm already ready to add some crazy 808s and just make it bang. But it just people. I feed, you know, as they were saying, you feed off other people's energy too. So if somebody comes in and they want something custom made, I'm gonna feed off of them, kind of read their body language, and then I'm listening to what they're telling me to. Because sometimes when people tell me a certain thing, they can mean the complete opposite, but what's coming out of their mouth is just something that they heard and they want to like, oh, let me just try this. I'm like, what you're telling me is really different from what you're. You know.
Yeah.
So
that's real.
I have to read people. You know, I had a mentor tell me when I was in audio engineering school that part of my job is, I mean, it's going to be part like therapist, like psychotherapy too, because music is intimately connected with emotions. It's truly like a reflection of how we feel, right? That's the best way to describe how you feel is sometimes is music, right?
Yeah, that's real.
So I have to connect with them on an emotional level and read their vibe and then kind of go from there.
Right. So back to you, Demar. You know, like we were saying, all this stuff is connected. You see, we have left from we left from the gym. Now we got into emotions and stuff like that. But I'm about to take it back to the gym. So when you're creating a playlist for your gym sessions, like do you take time to sit down and ask yourself, like, I need to create a playlist for cardio, I need to create a playlist for maybe stretches, stuff like that. How does that happen, and what kind of music do you actually be going for? Because I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna use Sexy Red as an example.
All right.
These females
I love
actually.
Sexy Red.
Hey,
I keep hearing
well, everybody has their own. You know, I'm not a big fan of Sexy Red, but I'm a big fan of her beats.
Yeah.
Because the beats kick, but the lyrics suck.
Yeah.
Because no, I mean,
she got some hits.
Yeah,
she got some hits. I feel you.
Yeah, she got some hits though, but you know,
That shit's infectious.
At the point in your life and at a certain stage in life,
I feel that.
certain things don't really matter no more.
Yeah.
Like from 18 to 27, sex is a priority, and you can dumb fuck anybody.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
that's the kind of hype she got. She's 27 herself or something like that, and that's what she's promoting, and that's why Sexy Red is a very big hit right now. Beat wise, she's gonna get you.
Yeah,
but lyric wise, unless you relate to that, or unless you relate, they call you a hoe or thought.
Right.
And you like, I don't care. Like, you know, that's the kind of energy that she feeds. But if I'm in the gym and I'm listening to Sexy Red, I might have to cut that part out and listen to the beat so I can do some dumbbells because I cannot be thinking about sex while I'm trying to work out.
That motivate you a little harder sometimes.
Unless I'm trying to leave I'm trying to leave the gym, trying to go cause mayhem at home. You get what I'm saying?
feel you, I feel you.
What are the processes when it comes to stuff
Well,
like that?
first of all, I'm gonna start by saying that with Sexy Red, and to your point of like sex in the gym, they always say, especially Arnold Schwarzenegger, they say that if you want to go hard in the gym, don't have sex for like 3 weeks and just go crazy in the gym because obviously that drains you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
So. Yeah, to that point, I don't go in the gym think about sex or none of that. I think I need to go hardcore. I need some motivational, speeches. I need something to tell me to run through a wall right now.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? I block everything out. Like usually I go in the gym, bro, and I don't even think about nothing then in the moment. You know, I'm in the moment thinking about where I'm at presently and where I'm at. If I feel like I'm gonna give up, I keep pushing.
That's real.
Because at the end of the day, if everything's going on in your life, take it outside the gym. You can't just stop because shit is going on.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? If you lay down, become complacent and sad and start sulking, that ain't gonna change what's going on in your life.
That's real.
So you still gotta do something. So going back to the gym, just because you hurting a little bit and you feel a little bit, your bone ain't broke, that ain't mean that you can't push and go 6 more.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So my process of selecting music is like what can really motivate me and push me on top of what the motivation I already got within myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I reach for the Key Glock, the Young Dolph, the Yo Jeezy, Kevin Gates. When it comes to motivational speakers, I listen to Inky Johnson. I listen to C.T. Fletcher. I listen to Cali Muscle. They say like you really want it or you just bullshitting. A lot of people say things that they want, but they're not willing to do the work to get there. So it's like it's just empty words, and I hate that. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah, that's real.
Like I'm just like, okay, you want to get this done? I bet, let's do it. Well, I ain't got the time. Oh, my head hurt. Oh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, real talk.
Bro, all this shit is excuses. All right, when you're ready to work, you know where to find me.
That's real. That's real.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real.
So that being said, I start with motivational music that like really made me feel like I want to get up and go get it. As far as like when I step outside of that and I want some like chill music, if I want to stretch, like I said, I go to lo-fi or go to some slow music, something that makes me kind of think,
That's real.
And make me feel relaxed. I feel like it's all meditation because your mind, body, and spirit, all of it come together, you're going to feel great.
That's right.
Then you want to making music for other people. Like I try to like organize everything that I can't operate without being organized. That's starting there.
That's
like how I function, everything has to be structured. So before I go into the gym, I have everything planned out from the workout plan that I pick for the day for this specific person, for their specific body, the workout the music that I know that they're gonna like. The lo-fi music to change the vibe, to pull it back down, to finding a hype music, like you said, Sexy Red, if I want to turn it up a little bit, so it really depends on the tone that I'm trying to set. I focus on that. It takes me like a good 30 minutes to an hour to really like set everything up together. Like, it's one thing about me, I don't just go into shit blindly and doing it because they said, you without a plan, you plan to fail, you fail a plan. That's right. And everything that I do, everything can't be planned out to the T, but I actually do my best and put effort into it and be intentional about what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, if I just go in and I don't know nothing, like say you book me as a trainer, you're like, all right, I want to work on my legs and my back, and I go in and I'm like, shit, bro, what you want to do again? Let me maybe you gonna look at me like I'm crazy like that. But you had 2 days to build this plan, and what did you do? I told you I like Tupac, and you in here playing some Yo Gotti. Like I don't want to hear that. So it's like you gotta really like plan and prepare. I think once you have great preparation and you take into account, how people function, how people think, everybody's different, and then you just set yourself up in a position to be successful, And that's kind of like how I do my thing. I try to make sure, I'm not perfect. Every day is a learning opportunity. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to get better in different aspects of my life. But at least I don't be sitting around bullshitting and not being half-assed and stuff. Because, and I tell people, all my friends every day, I say, Lord, if you're doing something, you might as well go all the fuck in. Because what's the point of half-assing it? If you're going to half-ass, just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do it. That's like, I got all these businesses going on, and, people be scared, like, when they take on different business ventures, or they do like, oh, I'm scared of what this person gonna say or that person gonna say. they don't fucking care anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So you might as well go all in.
Yeah. Real
Right?
talk.
So that's
fear.
just kind of
It's
my
fear.
belief.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's
fear.
like,
Catch
don't
me
be,
not catch.
everybody's scared. Like, I'm
facts.
scared,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
still doing it because if I
That's
don't
real.
do it, ain't nothing going to change.
That's
facts.
Definition of
facts.
insanity is doing the same shit over and over and expecting different results. And I'm like, it's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to sit here and not do nothing and complain. I'm going to complain, but I'm going to do something about it.
Yeah, real talk.
Yep.
You-
The next
you ain't
30
got a
minutes, I'm going
choice.
to write down a game plan. I'm like, all right, this is how I'm going to get out of this situation.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take these action to do. If it don't work, then I'll try something else.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and sometimes
So,
you gotta have that mental reset, like that meditation
got to,
plan
bro.
come into play. Cause I done had times where I got sick of the work field, like, and it was like, bro, like, yeah, I want to keep doing this, but now it ain't sitting right in my spirit. The way y'all talking to me ain't sitting right in my spirit.
Right.
The way y'all treating us, and then we busting ass, like, and then I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna step out this work field for a minute, and sometimes you will go broke doing that.
Right.
But the mental reset and what you build in that time frame, you come back and be like, all right, now I got a different way of dealing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Your meditation then gave you a peace inside to where you able to go and cope with a lot of shit, but you just handle it different.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the gym, I'm an extreme person. Like I go in there for an hour, and as soon as I hit the door, it's on. Like, and I don't switch machine. I go to machine. I already know my set 6, 7 machines in my head. You feel me? So when I go in there, it's like I'll do 20 sets of this, 20 sets of that. I'm gonna go from 35-pound dumbbells to 40 to 45, and I'm gonna end my last sets with the 50s. Like that's already in my head anyway. So when I go in there, it's 1 hour of straight up. I might take a 2-minute break to get a sip of water, but I'm like, boom, this machine,
Right back
that
to it.
machine,
Yep.
leg machine.
Yep.
Pull-ups, and I just do it all back to back, 20 push-ups, like, and I just do the same thing about 10 times, and by the hour, I'm done, and I'm up out of here. But I know people that be in the gym for 3-4
Oh,
hours.
bro, I've been there for 2. From recording my content to trying to, it gets crazy.
This brings me back to Isodope Beats. With all that's going on, you get what I'm saying? You are the master. You are the basis. Like you are the foundation of everything. Because if you are not creating, or the artist is not creating his own beats, they have to depend on you.
Sure.
So how do you collaborate with artists? Like how do you find, like do they have to reach out to you, or how do you come up with a collaboration between you and artists?
I'm gonna steal from Demore a little bit too.
Right.
When I know I'm gonna be working with somebody too, I need to go do research and see what they're into, see what they vibe with, see what they're on. Sometimes, maybe a year ago they were on this, and now they're more focused on something totally different, and I need to be able to. I need to be ready to pivot towards that, but I also need to have an understanding of like where they come from and what they're expecting, and just a lot of questions too. Just not assuming, not assuming a lot of things, and being open to trying new things. And being able to adapt is very important. And yeah, I just go with that, man. But I think it all comes from a place of being open to receive what they're telling me, not assuming.
Right.
If I assume, I've already failed.
Right.
That's real.
So
Okay. Now, Dimo, are there any current trends in fitness music? Like, is there like any current trends in fitness music that you have noticed? That how do you stay updated with stuff like that? Like, getting away, like, from the normal playlist that we have playing. It's like we have fitness music, because I know on YouTube there's a whole lot of workout music.
Oh, yeah.
A whole lot. They will tell you keep pushing. If you don't push, you are failing. Stuff like that. That's a trend. Are there any trends you have realized out there? How do you keep up with that?
So that's a great question, man, because like I feel like where the world is going now is social media taking over everything, right? You gotta stay on top of that to stay on top of these trends. So for me, like it took me like maybe 2-3 years ago when I actually really started like creating content consistently and just paying attention to everything that's going on and being intentional about it. So looking at these TikTok videos, of course, that's where a lot of them come from. TikTok, a lot of like rappers start making music just for TikTok, just so they can blow up, right? And then once it blows up, then you start making music from it. Like you think about Drift from Jamaica, TJ, right? That shit blew up like crazy. To the point where they put it in GTA 5, and he just got like a whole bag for that shit. Everybody playing that. There's a couple videos that I just really what I do is I just look and see what's trending. You know, Instagram got a little trending button now where you can see what's trending now. I look at different creators, what they're doing. You know, if the music goes with what I'm trying to do that particular day. Like, does this song work with a hardcore workout video, or is it more geared towards hit cardio type workout?
Right.
You know, type shit. Like for example, if Sexy Red come out with a song. Or they come out with a song for Sexy Red with Drake talking about BBL Drizzy.
Right.
You're like, all right, well, BBL Drizzy. I'm like, all right, you might want to do a leg workout or a booty workout to that, right? Yeah. So and it's gonna be funny, right? So it's like different stuff like that. I try to see what different people are doing, what's trending. You know, if it's catchy, you know, is it going to catch somebody's attention and, you know, keep them focused on a particular workout? Because like they said, the first 3 to 5 seconds, you want to grab somebody's attention. Because people got low attention spans, right?
That's
so it's
real.
like, if I'm not doing stuff within the first 3 to 5 seconds, you ain't going to want to watch it.
Yeah, that's
you know? And then you throw in the trending music, you know, that gives you a broader audience. And of course, you got to look the part. You got to be able to do what the fuck you're doing so that you can relate to a lot of people. Can these people do these things? Do they want to do it from home? Because that's kind of where I'm getting at right now. Like, I'm in the gym and I train people personal and online training as well as my virtual things, but I'm really trying to push my online training right now because I realize if I make an online training video or at home workout right now, that shit's gonna blow up. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Because everyone doesn't have access to a gym, but everyone do want to do something. They may not know how to do it, but if they're at home, they're like, okay, how do I do this from home? I don't know. A lot of them don't know that they can do these things from home and still be effective.
That's real.
So I have my own fitness app now, which I'm trying to push. And I do virtual workouts with people. I'm like, look, these are things you can actually do at home too. You don't have to be in a gym to do these things and get results. You know what I'm saying? All the thing you have to do is effort and be determined to do it, and don't fucking lie to yourself. Like I tell people, like, look, you say you want all these things, you want the people always like show me a picture, like, oh, this is my favorite influence, I want to look like this. I said, all right, well, you willing to do what he gonna do to get there? If I tell you exactly what you need to do to look like that, are you gonna do it? Time and I'm like, people be bullshitting, man.
All the time.
All the time. And I'm like, I
back to
come to a point,
McDonald's.
like, look, that's why I started charging consultation fees. I tell people, I say, you ain't about to just waste my time.
Exactly.
If you want to talk fitness and figure out this is for you, pay me $25. You can talk for 30 minutes.
Exactly.
And then if it ain't for you, hey, I ain't lose nothing.
Exactly.
You know? But if at least, and I tell people, I say, you pay for what you're willing to do and you're going to be locked in on it because you respect it.
Yeah.
When you spend money, you respect the time that you spend. And if you get something for free, you ain't going to respect it. Like I tell my friends that, like they ask me, I used to train some of my friends, like a lot of them not really with it. They're like, oh bro, let's go to the gym. And I set up a time for them. I say, hey, one thing I ask you, bro, just don't waste my time. Just show up and be about it. And then, you know, they'll come here and there or they'll not show up at all or they'll forget, no call, no show. And I'm like, just because we friends, you think this ain't a business? I said, nah. Then they rally back and try to ask me for a free workout. I said, nah, that ain't how this works. I said, if you want to talk about it, you can pay me $25 a consultation. If you want to work out, here's my prices. He was like, nah, bro. I'm serious now. I'm like, nah, that shit. You got to focus on the business aspect. This is a business at the end of the day, and anything you spend money on, you're gonna be serious about it, and that's what I tell people. Spend some money on it, and you're gonna be locked in.
That's real. That's real.
So King Thunda, you know, I mean, listen, we've had a long conversation, and there's a lot of ins and outs, and it's all like mixed up. You know, we're all in the same space. Unknowingly, you know, because after I leave your studio where there's a beat, it ends up at so many places, homes, wherever.
Nailed it, man. It's crazy.
So, how do you handle feedback? Like, let's say somebody got your CD or somebody just got hooked up to you, and then maybe they told you like, man, hypothetically, I think I don't like your lyrics. How do you handle stuff like that? Like when it comes to maybe you posting your music online and people bashing you on your lyrics and how your creative flow is?
I don't be giving a fuck. I just keep it 100 because you got to get to a point of reality within yourself, and I think the best thing that I figured out is I don't try to please nobody but myself.
Yep.
Because you go crazy trying to please everybody other than yourself.
Facts.
So, and then you got to think everybody got a different taste of music that they want to hear. So it don't matter how dope my shit is. If it ain't what you like to hear, you ain't going to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody going to have an opinion on what you do, even the clothes you wearing, the car you driving, the job you got. Everybody going to be like, oh, you ain't this or you ain't that. Rich people get done the same way. hell, LeBron James' son just got drafted. It's all kind of hate
crucified.
behind that, like slaughter, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like, dude, why ain't y'all just happy the little boy made it to the
Exactly.
damn NBA? You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless if that's his dad or not, he's still been balling since
Right.
a teenager. Like,
Right.
maybe, yeah, he probably only scored 5 points a game before, but he in college playing basketball.
Right.
Is you? Shut your couch potato ass up. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so people always got something to say.
Right.
So, like, I'm, for real, my spirit is on, like, in that Tupac type of vibe. You feel me? My spirit is in like that Tupac type of vibe where it's like
Right.
you gonna do, we them type of people that's gonna do whatever we feel like doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You like it or not, we still gonna do it. Like Kanye is a Gemini, Kendrick is a Gemini, Trump is a Gemini. You see how these characters is all in the same kind of.
There's
We
a-
all got
there's
that
an energy
We
right
gonna
there.
be who we is.
Yep.
Like suck it up
Yep.
and shut up.
You
Like,
gotta stay true
whatever.
to yourself, man.
So, Isodope Beats, this is about to be like this is wrapping up, you know, and then we're gonna have Thunda do a freestyle on one of your beats and a couple beats, and then Jamrock Fitness is gonna show us a workout process, and he's gonna talk about his Herbalife business as well. So, like you know, if the artist is getting bashed when it comes to music lyrics, I bet. Have you ever gotten a situation where somebody is bashing you for like maybe the beat? Like, if you get what I'm saying, like, do you get reactions about beats? Like, oh,
All the time.
like I don't like this beat. It's too like you know.
Yep.
Because sometimes I'll be like, oh, the artist is dope, but I think the beat is whack, yo,
Yeah.
or it's vice versa. The beat is dope and the artist is whack. Like, do you get stuff like that? And how do you find out about feedbacks like that?
Feedback, it's a little different from the producer community because we're not as public as the artist is, right? We're not doing shows and seeing the crowd reactions and whatnot. There's a couple different instances. I'll give you the first one. The first one's in studio. So when I'm playing beats for people in studio, again, I have to just kind of like watch the body language and see how they're vibrating with it. If they're just like, if I can get a lot of head nods and a stank face is going, I'm like, all right, this is gonna be the one they're gonna hop
Real
on.
talk, real talk.
But if they're just sitting here like, you can almost just anticipate the next, right?
Yeah.
And I have to be comfortable with them telling me next. You know, even though like there's some beats I put like a bunch of hours into, and I think it's one of my best beats. And they're like, okay, next. And that could be a beat I spend 5-10 minutes on. They're like, man, that beat is so hard. I'm like, damn, dude, why did you pick this one? But I have to again be humble and be willing to accept what they're about to tell me because I've already created what I need to, and it's on the artist to go ahead and take what I've created and amplify it even more.
Right.
So I have to trust them as well, even though I could think what's best for them, but they're going to decide what's best.
Right.
Another scenario too, there's there's like beat battles and stuff we do as producers online and whatnot, and I take the feedback that people provide pretty valuably. Like if I can get into my own little bubble, and if I just sit in that bubble, I'm not going to grow. I have to be willing to try new things. I have to be willing to hear people out, and just say, you know what, maybe this person's right. Maybe like I'm thinking a certain way, but they're like, oh, you should try this. I'm like, I don't want to do it. But if I just like even am I willing to try something, it might make my production better. It would actually did happen one time. I used to make a certain type of beats. And like when COVID happened, I was doing a whole bunch of beat battles, and I submitted this one beat, and one of the audience members was like, "Man, this beat's so cool for 2008." And
Like, damn, got it.
bro. It broke me, but I was like, okay, let me just take a moment and like, I know I'm butthurt about it, but let me take a moment to collect myself and think about, okay, maybe what I'm doing is not right, and I've got to get with the modern production techniques. And if it wasn't for that one comment, I probably wouldn't be sitting in this chair right now because I totally flipped my mindset on like what I need to do, and I have to, take things with a grain of salt. What people tell me, right? Like some people might bullshit me, but I have to just to be conscious. Like, okay, if I'm willing to try something, the growth and the opportunity is going to be there. I can't just be locked into one thing always. So.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. As the beat producer, you get the ingredients and then you put everything.
Yeah,
on
man,
it.
for sure.
So this is like a general conversation, and anybody can hop on first. Let's talk about mental health. Mental health and music. How do we think music helps with the mental health? Like, because like we talked about Sexy Red.
Yeah.
If you I actually took hair as a topic today because I had to listen to a whole album yesterday just to get the
Taking
vibes.
care of it,
Like, you know, like let's say you got kids. You get what I'm saying? At an age, you don't want them to be thinking that way. That is mental health right there, in a sense.
Sure.
You know, because they end up being idolized or thinking about certain things like, oh, I can dumb this nigga and I can get, I'm a hoe, I'm a thigh, I can shake my butt. As a man, hell yeah, if I see out, it's nice. Yeah, hell yeah, let's be real. But is that how we want that to be going? Like, how do we think music affects our mental health? This is an open conversation.
Yeah. I want to chime in first because the first thing that comes to my mind is Bob Marley, man. Because obviously I'm from Jamaica. You don't know.
Respect to the lot.
And then one of his favorite phrases was, one thing you love about music, once it hits you, you feel no pain.
All day.
Because, bro, I be sitting down and I listen to music sometimes and out of nowhere, like tears just start coming down my eye, bro.
That's a
Like,
fact.
I'm not going through nothing. It just hits me.
Straight up.
Hits you.
You know what I'm saying? Goosebumps just start running on your skin.
All of
you know
that.
what I'm saying? So once good music plays, bro, there's a way that just takes you away from everything that's
real.
going on in life. Like, I tell people, look at the trees outside, bro. Like, you can smell. Like, people don't think about the little things, right? If your nose got cut off tomorrow, you can't smell, you're going to think about it. But you can smell today, though, right? You can hear, you can feel. Like, what if your fingertips get cut off? Like, you don't think about the small things. So I feel like when you really peel the layers back and just look at the simplicity of things and, you know, just life in general, and then you add music to that, bro, it just it's like it's just showering you with some blessings that you didn't even know that you needed.
That's real.
And that's just kind of how I approach it. Like, I look at life, the bigger picture of life, you know, how it can really affect your mental health and just make you feel good, because they say you look good, you feel good, you do good, right? So if you ain't working on yourself and you're not working on your mental health and you're only putting poisonous music inside of your mindset, then it's not going to really, you're not going to be fulfilling. You know, you're not going to go and want to go hard or go work on what you're supposed to work on. You know, you're going to, if you listen to music that, like, and I don't want to call the names and say some certain music is crash out music, but they do have some certain crash out music.
That's facts.
You didn't want to go out there and do crazy shit. You want to go rob a bank and then you get caught up, get locked up for 20 years.
All day.
Like,
You know what song you're playing?
All for the moment. All for the moment.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? All for the moment. That's like, I tell people, I say, look, you can listen to hardcore music that they say a whole bunch of crazy shit, but I don't mean that you should go and do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the next thing. You got to be really careful and selective of, to your point, the music that you listen to, what you put into your mind, because it can really affect how you see things, your perception, and what you actually take action to do to capitalize on that. So,
And what he said, as an artist, that's where you gotta check yourself and think about what you putting out there.
Right.
So it's like I might have some fun songs where I'm talking about certain stuff, but in that song, it's a message somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got a song called "Someone Like You." My album just dropped on the 20th. It's called "When Wolves Cry." I Get Active is for you. I gotta send that to you. That's gonna be. I bet you play that to work out. You're gonna be in there lifting 30 pounds heavy. You know what I'm saying? But then I got this song called "Someone Like You," and like you were saying, like it's one of them records that it's about inspiration, motivation, but it's the sadness and the realities of what happened to you during his lifetime.
Right.
And I think my last line in there is something about basically you getting used to accepting most of the things come in your life is likely to leave. Now that don't matter if it's a girl relationship or somebody die or like all your friends done passed away or you got a friendship that don't mean because y'all don't mix and match no more. He on a different type of time than you on. But that's the reality of my mom was a drug and alcohol counselor, so accepting the things that you cannot change. That was like one of the drug and alcohol addiction. So like I start actually applying that to every day. Like when shit happen, like something can happen to my kids, but the way it happens, it depend on how my reaction gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like they put themselves in some harm way and they put themselves in a position to get taken out of here. I'm gonna be sad about it because you my kid, but I gotta respect the fact that you put yourself in that situation. So I can't get depressed about it. You know what I'm saying? I got to be respectful of the fact that you ain't listening to my guidance and you put yourself in that line of fire. You know what I'm saying? If it's a police type of situation that we've been seeing going on where one of my children get done unjustly from the cop, like I said, I got a Tupac revolutionary attitude, so I'm gonna crash out eventually, whether I get a payout. See, people get paid to shut up.
Right. Yeah.
They get these payoffs for them to not think about what happened. Me, you gonna give me that bread, and my planning is gonna take place right there. Probably 5 years later, I'm gonna find your ass, you and your people, and you ain't gonna make it. And I don't care if I ain't gotta make it after that, but we ain't gonna make it. Everybody ain't gonna make it, cause you ain't make it. So I might not have said, I shouldn't have said that on camera, but it is what it is. Like, I'm tired, bro. And some of us in the spirit, yeah, we about the world and healing and loving each other, but that warrior spirit, I'm Native American. I ain't got nothing but Native American stuff all in my crib. Like, I done dug up the history of my whole family from the 1400s to now.
That's dope.
Like, I done broke the code for my kids and my family. But, so my spirit of, like, what done happened to my ancestors is deep in there. Yeah. So when something happened like that, if I felt like one of my children was unjustly taken, I even cuss the police out all the time. I can't help it because I feel like your authority is you using it as a force, and it's like sometimes it's like I can't be cordial about that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, because what is your point in approaching me like this and I ain't did nothing yet? Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like you already trying to criminalize me before you even say something. Right. So like that gets me defensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just I just got that kind of a mindset. So yeah, musically, that's even something I think about. Like, I got a song about exactly that. I got a Black Lives Matter song, but then I got a song called Give Me a Wish. Must hear. Yeah. I'm talking about, it's a must hear, bro. I can't remember what album it's on, but it's called Grant Me a Wish. That's what it's called. Bruh, if that song don't make a tear pop in your face, nothing will, bruh. Like, you just a cold soul. Cause that shit rough, bro. Like, I can't even listen to that song too much, cause I be having to turn it off myself. Like, nah, bro.
Too emotional.
That was just to get off my chest.
Not in that mood right now.
Yeah,
I got you.
Real talk.
I got some good workout music now.
You feel me? Yeah, I got to send it to you, bro. Cause I mean, I'm diverse, bro. So like, I like doing all of that, hitting every single emotion inside of your body. But see, that make for a good album. People can make good songs, not good albums.
Yeah, that's true.
Because your music ain't diverse.
Yeah,
like you can push play on my album and it'll cycle through some stuff. You make you feel like you watched the movie at the end of it or heard a soundtrack.
That's how it should feel. Yeah.
You feel me? Like, so everybody can't do that. So that's a blessing from God that He gave me to have that passion to do so. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna continue to inspire and motivate with that.
I'm glad I walked in here. Y'all saw I'm late as hell.
Nah, you good. You good.
But I'm glad you said that. So my name is Kenny, by the way. This is way late in the
Good to meet you, brother. I'm Thunda.
Good to meet you, brother. Demore.
Great to meet y'all, man. So I come from a music marketing side of things, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I do a lot of work with a lot of record labels, artists get their music on ads and influencer marketing, things like that. Right?
Okay.
PR, things like that.
Yeah,
basically getting your music and your product out in the world. Right?
Okay.
So from my world, right, just hearing the topic of emotions and music, I just put this up on my Instagram just yesterday, right? A list of websites that people can go to and provide their music for sync licensing. I don't know if you guys know about.
So, we just talked about that.
So just in sync licensing world alone, right? We have music supervisors that are they're not just looking for a song, they're looking for an emotion, right? So they look at your songs, they have a library of like 100 songs.
Yeah.
Whatever you're saying is important, but the feeling it gives me is the most important for them, so that they can connect that to whatever movie, short film that they're trying to put it on, because all they get for information from them, from the music or the movie producers, is, hey, I need this emotion, this feeling. That's all they get, and then they have to translate that into what does that sound like, right? So that is very powerful in the sense that if you have a catalog where I have some songs that'll make you feel angry, I have some other songs that'll make you feel love. I have all these in my catalog, so no matter what kind of feeling you're looking for, I can give you that, right? That's so powerful.
Be
this day and age, man.
And we linking.
Hell yeah.
I would challenge.
I was just talking to him about that.
I would challenge anybody to name a different medium that can convey an emotion almost like that. The moment you experience it, it puts you in that kind of mood.
Real talk.
And I think music is the perfect reflection of whatever mood you're in, and it's a time capsule in a way too. You think about the way music has progressed through decades. you can identify what decade a song was produced in by the sonics, right? It's truly like, it encapsulates everything that happened in that moment in what, 2 to 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Yep.
So
It takes you
that's
right
how powerful
back
it is.
to it. Like,
yeah, and you can remember the first time you heard a song, where you were.
Nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
I'm sorry I missed most of this, man.
All right,
It
good.
does sound like it was
So,
very,
dope, man.
very good conversation.
Before we wrap up, we have a freestyle session by Thunda on Isodope Beats song. And then we got Jamrock Fitness going to show us a little workout.
You
But
already know a
before
little
that,
something.
before that, can you give us a little bit about the Herbalife and then we
Yep.
can.
You know, we got to talk about nutrition.
Yes.
All day.
Facts.
So-
But yeah, man. So obviously, you know, I partnered. So I've been working on myself because, like I've been telling y'all, like every day is a new day to work on yourself. There's never there's never no downtime. You know, especially as an entrepreneur. So I've been telling and speaking this on myself because I've been telling all my people around me that the tongue, there's power in the word of the tongue. You know, so whatever you speak on yourself, speak on the world, that's what's gonna happen. You gotta manifest it. So I've been telling myself that I'm working on being a serial entrepreneur, man.
Oh, God.
You know, I went into business with Herbalife because, you know, the products are great. You know, I'm already a fitness trainer, and then people come to me all the time like, yo, what product should I buy? And I'm sending them to GNC and Vitamin Shop and Amazon, and I ain't getting no money for it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So it's like, okay, let me find a product that I believe in, that I can use and help my clients, whether you want to gain weight, lose weight. And the good thing about Herbalife is they have a whole bunch of different products, whether you want a lot of it with a whole bunch of calories, to you want a vegan, to you want soy, you know, all the different kind of product that everybody might need. You know, some people can't even drink milk too much. So you want to go with soy, or you want to go complete vegan or plant-based. You know, they got all kind of different stuff for that. You know, people who just want to lose their stomach fat and be toned. You know, we got all the products for that too. And I've been telling people, I said, look, that's one thing about me. I'm not going to give you something that I don't do myself.
That's right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And seeing is believing. And I've been telling people, I said, I've gotten to this fitness thing and I just transitioned. That's why now I got so used to putting out a lot of content too. I tell people, like, this ain't just happened yesterday. It took, as much as I look great that people say, I'm like, it took time and I still had to like mentally get there to put myself out there for the internet to see. You know, they thought this was just cool. I'm like, no, like
It ain't
like that. You know what I'm
born this
saying?
way,
Everything you gotta talk yourself up into do. Like I literally, when I tell people you need to self-talk before you do something huge, people think I'm playing. No, get a fucking mirror, put it in front of you, and talk to your fucking self and talk yourself into doing it. Because if you believe it and you talk yourself, you're gonna fucking do it. It's gonna be great.
You know what? I do that. My girl think I'm crazy for that, bro. Like I do that. I literally do that. Like I'll stand in the mirror and tell you ain't no little kid. You ain't no you gonna get it, man. You better
like,
stop playing with you.
You better
I
stop
do
making
that
excuses.
Stuff. I do
That's
it in
real.
real
That's
life.
real.
And it works, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's a way of holding yourself accountable. And he say, like, when you want to stick to something, you write it down or you speak it, right? And I tell people, write it down. Write it down in a book. You know, speak it on yourself every fucking day. And don't change that mindset. You know, hold that and secure it and just keep moving with that thought in mind. Because once you do that, bro, like nothing can hold you back. Like I'm not the best person in the fucking world, but someone may not think that, but I feel like I'm great. And every fucking day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna work towards being the greatest person I can be. And you know what's gonna happen one day? Shit's gonna take the fuck off. And you know, it's gonna feel so great. I'm gonna feel so satisfied because I know I've been putting in the fucking work. And nobody can take that from me.
You great already.
You know what I'm saying?
We're running behind time. Listen, it's been a great conversation. And I wish we could do more. So whilst we're setting up with your stuff to do the workout, Trev.
Yeah, we're gonna do a couple workouts and show people some stuff to do.
Kintanda's about to be busted. Kintan, you ready?
I can't wait to
You
hear
about to bust a
this.
freestyle. Oh,
Go crazy, man. Go crazy.
Ready ain't the words. That'd be the natural process of it. Feel me?
Let's go.
Natural process. They already know they getting tittyless at Comfest. So I'm like, where I'm gonna go? See, I don't share. And if it ain't about my energy, then I don't go there. They tell me not to cuss. Then goddamn, you think I won't swear? Everybody talking about they money like I'm gonna care. Homie, I've been satisfied with myself when I'm bad for your health. And when it comes to flying high, see, I'm something like stealth. I get to whooping them like belts and I stick like felt. You always talking about I'm dope as anyone else. So you can put me on the level. I'm my heart is the devil. You think that I ain't one of the coldest motherfuckers? Let's settle this competition, opposition. I don't care what they said. Come on, man. We can do this 80 times. I'm born for this type shit, man.
Let's go. Hey, I
God.
love it. Yo,
I'm loving the energy, bro. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
Word up. Look, they hating on me, Flavor Flav. I got that clock on me. I'm still sipping this Gatorade. You mess around and get ripped just like paper mache. And I ain't got no time for suckers, cause fuck them they day. I'm getting paid all day. Catch me in that hallway, knowing what you talking about, but fuck what all them broads say. They can say I'm out of line, you can know I'm out of time, but you can throw some dirt on me, it don't matter, I'm still gonna shine. Never mind, I don't care about you and your gratitude. The only thing you do is disrespect, can't fix my attitude. And I ain't trying to say I got problems so that I'm mad at you, but when it comes to paper, yeah, I done touched me a bag or two.
Hey, that shit tight, bro. That shit tight.
My God.
Crazy.
Where we at?
All right, let's see what you can do with this one,
He
bro.
said you got one more.
You
Yeah,
got 2 more.
Hey, you definitely need to get at me, bro.
I got you, bro.
Oh, crazy.
Look, listen. In the pot, you know I'm rocked in. Yeah, I'm on go mode. There ain't no way I'm stopping. Why you trying to stop me in my grad? Everybody talking and they mad. I be making people go outside. See, I don't brag. I done lost all of the friends that I had. And it's the reason why all my life I've been in my bag. And you already know they try to kill me. Shit got filthy. But you know it ain't no music when they trying to drill me. I get that pistol packing. But you know I ain't acting. I'm just a main attracting. To the jungle I'm adapting. I'm a closed caption. You can put me in closed captions. And when I lose weight, you can say that I'm slim fasting. So, look, put me in the books. No, I get the Let's roll, man. Let's roll.
Bro, this shit going crazy. Yo. Made me lose weight. You think I'm slim fasting?
Okay.
Hey, I love it.
They already know that I'm coming. I'll step inside of the club. You already know that it's jumping. In the back, I got them 12-acre speakers, they bumping. And you already knowing how it is. I'm coming for something. I'm inside of here trying to rise up. Everybody want to get the truth out while you lifting your lies up. Yeah, what you talking about? Forget the bicker batter in the chatter. Only thing I'm trying to do is climb the ladder. Yeah, and you know about these shoes. Bad news. And you already know I'm going nuts just like cashews. Baby wanted to tell me that I'm nothing. I told her that I'm something. And when she catch me in the bed, she know I'm coming. Yeah, I get the charging. It's still larging. I'm bombarded.
Let's fucking go.
Where we at?
You going too crazy, bro.
Where we at? Where we at?
It's what we
It's levels. It's levels.
We
It's
going
levels.
crazy in this beat.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
It's levels, bro.
Hey, that's sick, bro.
My
I
God,
love that
bro.
shit,
I appreciate
That's
you.
sick
God
as
bless.
Hey,
God bless. Appreciate y'all having me in the
Oh,
club.
for sure, man.
That was the first time I did that. I always wanted to do that too.
That's dope,
You got
bro.
to-
Oh God. Funk flex and all y'all.
And then you're gonna be right there.
All right, bet.
Yeah, this is lit.
So
We got
what
work
kind
to do,
of
All day. You
Man,
already
we
know
got
who
work
the
to do,
is,
man.
man. We gonna make it happen.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna do something.
I told you, I told you I might have felt some kind of way, but when it hit, it be game time.
All right, y'all. So I'm gonna do this a little workout to show y'all what you can do from home. You can do this burn some body fat, make you feel good. If you want short on time, this is a workout you can do anywhere. In the gym, at home, at the park, it don't matter. Free weights. So I ain't got no weights on me. So say you at home, you just want to do a workout. You want to work on your legs, your upper body, your core, all at the same time. So I'm gonna do a squat. It's called a squat into overhead press. And what that means is I'm gonna have my legs shoulder width apart. Usually have a pair of dumbbells like holding right here. You can just do it free weights. So squat, you go down all the way down, squat, come up, you push at the same time. That way you work your legs, you come up, you work your arms, your shoulders, and your core. You gotta keep your core tight. Right? When you come up, you work on your back. So literally it's a full body workout that you can do. Anybody can do this. If you do this for 30 minutes, 3 times a week, you're gonna see progress.
You're gonna feel
As
it.
long as you're eating well, because diet is key. I always tell people you can't just work out.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to lose weight or gain weight, you can't just work out and expect that snappy music gonna happen. No. Because just like a car, you can't just not put gas in and expect for it to drive, right?
Yeah.
You gotta maintain it, right? You gotta put gas in it. You gotta do all different stuff. So do these. Boom. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5.
She said you can do
6.
it.
Nice and easy workout, right?
Yeah.
As you keep doing it, of course, form is important too because you want to make sure that you keep straight. You're not rocking and doing all this extra shit because you do all that, you can, injury, especially legs. You don't want to do that. But another workout that you can do from home that builds your legs, your hamstring. At the same time, I love doing RDLs, right? Because especially a lot of women, they want to build their glutes, right? And you want to. Especially men, I feel like we should be doing a lot of leg workouts.
Yeah, for sure.
Men like to skip leg days. I'm like, don't do that, man. You don't want to like Popeye out here.
Yeah, real
top
talk.
and no legs. You know what I'm saying?
That's the weirdest.
So the RDL, an easy way how to do it. A lot of people struggle with doing RDLs, and I even have an instructional video on my fitness page, Jamrock Fitness, Jamrock Fitness on Instagram. What you do is you take some weights right here. You bend your knees slightly, keep your back straight, like a straight plane, and you go down like this. You can feel the tension under your hamstring right here, which is where you're supposed to feel it. You go down, boom, you come up, and reset. Boom, up, reset. Boom, up, reset. And me just doing this without weights, I'm feeling it already. So imagine doing that from home with 10 or 20 pound dumbbells at least 3 times a week. And eating right. And this is where the nutrition part comes in because I got products that can help people whether they want to gain, lose weight, or just have intestinal problems. You got stomach issues because that's one of the issues that I had too. Especially moving here from Jamaica, I'm not used to all this processed food.
Work.
So I started cooking my own stuff. I cook a whole bunch of Jamaican food. People ask me what I eat. Mostly Jamaican food. I go to the African restaurant, buy some stuff. I buy organic chicken. So I don't like to eat stuff with a whole bunch of artificial stuff in it. So from meal replacement plans to flat tummy teas to protein powders, you gotta eat and you gotta have your nutrition right in order to see the difference, right? And I tell people that if you're gonna work out alone and expect that you're gonna see results, it's not gonna work. You gotta be able to sleep, right? Because your body recovers overnight. You gotta rest in order to recover from what you did that day, right? And if you're not getting enough sleep, you're not gonna see no results. So it's all like a process. You gotta eat right, you gotta work out, you gotta drink your water, eat your fruits if you want some flat stomach. I tell people like, oh man, what kind of workouts you do? I have workouts all the time, but I don't do them every day. You know what I do every day? Eat fruits and vegetables.
That's right.
That's what I do to get my ass.
Get the sugars out.
Yeah, and people like, oh well, I can't, like it's expensive. It is expensive.
Yeah.
Eating healthy is expensive. Eating like shit is cheap.
Yeah.
But guess what? Which one you want?
Health
you
is
gotta
wealth.
make a choice.
Yeah,
you gotta look for revisit your budget, right? So it's like stuff like that. I try to incorporate different things for people to do. Ab workouts that you can do from home, right? That not too extraneous. Say you can't really move a lot, you're not really mobile. Here's what I'm about to do. I'm about to just find an area where I can just sit down real quick. My legs up like this, and then you just go down, boom, real easy, boom. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Simple as that. Like there's anything you can literally do anything from home. Man.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I don't subscribe to the idea of I don't have time or there's so much going on. You'll find time for what you want to do.
Exactly.
And I tell people that if you hit me up and tell me that you want to work out, make sure you're ready to work out.
That's right.
I'll train you if you pay me to train you.
Yeah.
Because money talks, right?
Yeah.
If you pay me, I'm gonna be on your ass and I'm gonna make sure you do it.
Real talk.
But if you're by yourself and you say you want to do it and you don't do it, and you say you don't have a gym membership, you don't have any money, well, you can do it from home. Just do something. Don't just not do nothing.
Yeah.
Not doing anything is not gonna change anything.
Yeah, that's right.
So where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram, Jamrock Fitness, Jamrock Fitness on Instagram. I have my own Herbalife website where people can actually register and do a meal wellness profile for free, right? And it literally gives you a free meal plan to follow, and then it gives you the products that you need that can actually help you with that process as well. I'm on Facebook as well, Demore Marston, my name, DEMOR, Marston, MARSTON. I got a TikTok as well. If you want to follow me on TikTok, since they said they're going to shut it down because of all this, I haven't really posted on there, but I'm going to start getting more active on TikTok. My name on there is official Demore _, so OFFICIAL. DEMOR _ on TikTok.
Right.
So that's where you can find me, guys.
All right, Quintana, so where can we find you?
All day.
Quintana, where can we find you?
Straight up, if you just Google King Thunda, you'll find me on everything.
Right.
But it's pretty much King Thunda 614 on Instagram, King Thunda 614 on YouTube,
Right.
King Thunda on TikTok.
Right.
But if you just Google King Thunda, you don't gotta go to all them different places.
Right.
You can just
Top
find
search
it all
right
on the line.
Right.
Even in the website, KingThunderMusic.com is my personal website, which
Right.
y'all trying to get more traffic there. So that's one place I would love for y'all to visit first.
Right. And Isodope Beats, how can we find you?
Yeah, man. If you need beats and instrumentals, you can find me at isodopebeats.com. It's ISODOPE beats with an S.com. For people that are trying to get into studio, recording, mix mastering, prefer to be contacted on Instagram, and it's isodope_beats.
All right. Well, so today I was lucky to have one of Quintana's shirts.
Let's go. He came ready,
Get
man.
y'all-
Yeah.
Get y'all the
So
gear.
get y'all your shirt on Quintana's shirt. Isodope Beats, you already had a little bit of his beats where Quintana started with. He is dope. Listen, I'm telling
appreciate
you,
that.
he's one of the dopest beat producers I've heard in the city.
Thank
so
you.
get with
Yeah, wow.
Quintana,
Thank you.
get with Isodope Beats, get with Demore so you can get fit for the summer. You hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, word
You
up,
hear
word
me?
up.
And my name is Zarley Marley, and today we're done with our episode, and we're out of here.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
Respect.
Thanks for having us.
God bless.
Yeah.